start. All right, so we're live now. And I'm Philip. I'm the host for this meeting at 6 a.m. Brazilian time. I'm here to talk about self-awareness, and I do believe this is an important matter. For me especially, it's really important to talk about this. And that's the reason why I brought this up, so we can talk and we can exchange ideas. Self-awareness, it's something, in my opinion, that everybody should care about first, before English, before college, before work, before everything. And for that, we have an exercise that we do all the time in here that is called personal presentations. And on the personal presentations, we always have to look inside. And if you're annoyed or bored about your personal presentation, this is not TALKNTALK's fault. It's your fault, because you are in control of your personal presentation. And if you do repeat that every day or every meeting, it's up to you. You're already an adult, and you can choose, what to speak. You can choose your personal presentation. So try always to learn a new vocabulary. Try to learn something from it. It's like 1 minute personal presentation that can really change your life if you do understand how to maximize or optimize your learnings. And you're going to find a job if you do a good personal presentation. I'm pretty sure about it. So with all this, all this environment, me pushing you up, I'm going to ask you to present yourselves, and I'm going to start with my good friend, Leandro. Go ahead.
Okay, guys, thank you. Good morning, all. I'm a student of computer engineering. I live in Santander City. I'm 35 years old. I like a lot come here and to immersions to improve my English. In my free time, I try improve to read some texts in English and texts in or news in English. I guess it's good to improve too. I like a lot to study. It's I'm a curious person. Learning. I guess the education is good for all life. You try study, try learn new things, get more experience in other things. That's it about me, about myself. Okay, thank you.
Great. And you, Gabriela, how about you?
Hello, guys. Good morning. I am Gabriela. I am 29, almost 30. It's still difficult to me to think about this. I'm a pharmacist. I work in a pharmaceutical company as marketing analyst. I work with the hair disease, a disease called Fabry disease. And I live in São Paulo with my parents. Sorry, it's too early, so my...
Great, very good. Are you based in Brazil?
Yes. I live in São Paulo, and I live in São Paulo with my parents. I have 2 cats, and in any opportunity, I love to talk about them. I started on TALK in last month, I guess, and this is my first time with you in this time, and I think that is basically that. I decided to improve my English, especially because my job, my history of English is a kind of difficult because I always have difficulty to talk and yeah. So basically, I think is that for now.
Very good, very good. Nice to meet you. I guess it's the first time that we talk, for sure. Really good to have you here. Okay. Aldebaran, and you present yourself.
Hello guys, my name is Baron. I'm 32 years old. I'm married. I'm Italian from Dublin, but I work in a Brazilian company. So I'm here to improve my English because I don't get used every day. Just when I get out, it's hard now because it's really cold. Yeah, I think is that I started talking yesterday, so this is my second class.
Yeah, we had like a private conversation class yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really good.
Cool. Bruna.
Hello everyone, good morning. So I'm Bruna. I graduated in physiotherapy, but now I don't work with this, but I like too much to come back work with physiotherapy, and because I think it's possible to help someone. It's so good for me that I help anybody. And that's it for this today.
Very good, very good. It's always good to help people and brings a good feeling. Very nice. Tasia, can you hear me? Can you present yourself?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm Tasia. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I am 26 years old. I live with my mom, my stepfather, and 2 brothers. I work with business intelligence. The news is that yesterday I just signed up to a post degree.
Yeah. You applied.
Yeah.
You applied.
Yeah, I applied. So one more thing to do. I do a lot of things. And that's it for today.
Very good, very good. And finally, Elder, can you hear me? Can you present yourself?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Elder Lagos. I was born in Minas Gerais, but currently live in Cabo Frio, Rio de Janeiro. I am 34 years old. I like to cook. I like to watch word movies, word music. I have a lovely chubby dog called Lola. I love it. I've been a photographer for 8 years, but now I'm a technology student. And that's all.
Very good, very good. Well, I'm Philip, and besides my age and my current job, I guess one of the things that you can definitely meet about myself is I'm the most committed person to the values and the things I believe. I think it tells a lot about what I have been doing, and it took me a while to figure this out, to understand that I'm fully committed to myself and to what I believe, especially the view of life I have at the moment. And at the same time, I'm very open-minded to change my opinion, the view of life I have, and my beliefs. So that's 2 things that tells a lot, or that tell a lot about myself. Okay. If I say the two things tells and the two things tell, and here it doesn't matter for real, but pay attention. And this exercise, it's really helpful. And it talks a lot about the topic today, self-awareness. Okay. I'm going to, sometimes I speak things and I feel like that all of you are feeling, I don't know, that, I don't know, there's a feeling that I'm, not that I'm fighting, but, you know, that is like a, I don't even know how to say this word in Portuguese, but it's like a bronca, you know? I don't know how to say that. It's, yeah. There's no even a, there's not even a, yeah, chewing out maybe. Yeah, it feels like I'm chewing out on all of you, but it's not. Okay, it's not. It's just you. Let's go. Tuesday morning, 6 a.m. Okay. I'm going to open another room, and in this other room, I just need a leader. And this leader, it's going to do the role I do in here. And what it means that you are going to have the chance to develop other skills rather than the language itself. So you're gonna, it's a good opportunity to practice as well, to be a host in the future, if you want to. Okay, so be aware of that. So Aldebaran, Elder, and Gabriela, it's going to go to another room. So one of you, it's going to be the leader, and make people feel comfortable when you lead a conversation. And this is not taught. This is not taught in classes. Anywhere, in any English school, you're not going to be taught in practicality about being a leader. Okay. So let's go. Any questions? No? Okay. So see you, have fun, enjoy, respect each other, do not correct, please. And let's have fun. See ya. So, Tássia, Bru, and Leandro, well, of course, for those who are here with me often enough at 6 a.m., you have the privilege that I choose you to be here, you know? And this is meritocracy somehow, you know? So I don't know if you like it or not, but yeah, I'm choosing all of you because you are here quite often. All right. So, and as I usually do, and these questions, they were made by AI. Okay, it wasn't me. I just put it on an app. Write 10 questions in English about self-awareness. And then they brought me up this. So what do you think is the most important aspect of self-awareness? Tássia, you first. Go ahead.
Oops. Difficult, but the most important aspect. I don't know. Like in general. Be true of yourself, because it's difficult when we talk about. I know self-awareness is be true with yourselves, but I think it's important to affirm that, because sometimes we confuse what we want to be and what we are right now in every aspect of our lives. So if you don't be honest with yourself and be honest to look at you are, and you don't like, okay, you don't like what you are right now, but it's important to be honest, to understand where you wanted to achieve and become, and your next steps.
Very good. Do you look into that quite often, or you just let it go? How do you do that?
Yeah, I am let me think how I could say that. I have a diary since I am 10 years old, so I am really used to use it.
Yeah, used.
Yeah, I am adapted to writing about myself, and also I do therapy. Has right now has 3 years, so this helps a lot.
Very good. It's really important, really important. Bruna, what do you think especially about what Tasia said about self-awareness, and then bring up your opinion about it?
Well, about the trust, I think it's very important. But when I think in self-awareness, I think it's necessary. It's one thing that you know about more yourself. So when you think that it's necessary, you know more about yourself, and you're more maybe fair with you, justo with
Fair.
yourself, fair with yourself, because when you self-aware, it's possible you say no when you want to say no, because sometimes it's difficult to say no for your friend, your son, your husband, your wife. And when you know, when you you have self-aware, you know about yourself. I think it's more if more trust. It's more trustful. I
Yeah.
think that's it.
Yeah, very nice. Leandro, do you think you're trustful, like Bruna said? And what do you think about the first question? Trustful to yourself, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think all of the colleagues said is true. I'm every time I was introspective person, or think about things, but I never put order in my thoughts. Since last year, I try make not a diary, but a journal. I put some things. I have put in some thoughts and order. Make things that I did and I want to do. I guess self-awareness is important to reflect by your personality, the things that you think is good way. Reflect by the biases or things that you can remind, I guess. Put your mind in order, or your feelings. For me, it's difficult to talk about feelings. I need to practice more. I have some difficulties. I don't have a good experience with talk about feelings in my education. It's necessary practice more, and I get it. Okay.
Very good point of view, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this up how do you people think our childhood affects the way we see ourselves? Like the way we are raised. And I have a lot of things to tell and to share, like very private things about myself in this matter, especially. But I want to hear first, how do you think the way we are raised in our childhood time, how do you think it affects the way we see ourselves? Bruna, wanna start this one?
Yes. So, my childhood, I think about the effect. This is not so good. My father is Japanese, so they don't have it's not used to demonstrate the affect for the other person. And all the time, my father. Now I see, I listen. He tell me that love me, but in the past it's impossible. I don't know. It's usual for the Japanese don't express your emotion. And my mother, it's very rigid,
Strict,
strict. That's
tough,
it.
strict, tough.
It's very strict with us, me and my siblings and I. So it's hard, but when it possible, she's hugging us, or she'll that is kiss us. My father is more difficult about this. But now I learning to my sons say all the time for him that love, hug, kisses him. So it's helping him a lot.
Yeah, to show some feeling, right?
Yes.
To show some affect. Very good. Tasia, what about yourself? How do you think your childhood or the way you were raised affects the way you see yourself today?
This question is not fair because I do 3 years of psychology. So it's difficult to. Okay. I think it's we have the way we see our lives, like the way we love ourselves, like the way we have autoesteem, and the way we are secure about love in every ways depends of our childhood. And for me, this is a thing too, like not a big thing, like no, some, I don't know. I don't think it's heavy. It's not the word I want to say, but heavy, like happens, my issues with my dad, like distance because my father and mother separate, so this influencing in a lot of things. Nothing heavy, but like insecure about love, feeling like my partner will disappear too. Nothing heavy, just that.
Yeah, not that heavy, just like the most important insecurities that human beings have, right?
Yeah, just that.
Yeah, I was raised like this. I have both my parents, but they weren't with me when I was a child because they were working a lot. My dad did a huge effort, or he spent a lot of energy to be really by my side in the very few minutes that we had together. So my dad, he's really lovely, really kind. He shows love a lot, especially chewing out on me a lot since I was a child. When I was born, he told me, when I was born in the hospital, I remember he told me, oh, you're going to apply to public college and you're gonna do a public school, like I'm not going to pay your college. So I have this pressure on my shoulders since I was a child, and it was good. Like, he's a former police officer, so I had this very tough and stiff education. Like, and of course, it's important because he was like working 2 or 3 jobs, not sleeping one night, and the other he could sleep at home. But I couldn't have much time with my dad, and with my mom, I didn't have, I don't remember having anything with her. We talked already about this, and yeah, it's like what Bruna said about her parents, but my grandparent is Portuguese, so he's very like, he doesn't show emotions. He doesn't, it's just like his way to show emotions is, I'm working a lot, I'm giving you food, I'm giving you money to study, I'm giving you a good life. That's the way. And I guess like the Japanese culture, it's pretty much that as well. And my mom, she was like that somehow because she was raised like this, and it took long years so I could hear from her, like to hug and to hear her, showing love. So yeah, it's really hard to talk about this early in the morning, but I guess that's why we speak. We learn a language, and it's really interesting. I don't know if you people think about that, but we think a lot, right? This is like kind of inner speaking. So we don't need to learn a language to think in our heads. But when it comes out, it's totally different. Like, you're thinking, but when you speak, it's, I don't know, sounds different. Like, and then you hear. So Leandro, does it happen to you? Like, what you think, does it sound different when you speak out? And
Yes, very. Okay, go ahead.
and what about your childhood and the way you were raised? Does it affect the way you see yourself today, and how so?
Okay, it's difficult to talk, and you have some ideas in your mind. You don't have. In my case, I don't have vocabulary to express my opinion. Or sometimes in English, talk in English sound different. I have some plans to speak to say something. Yes, it's true. That you say speak, it sounds different. Yeah. In my childhood, reflecting my adult, I don't know why. I guess is because I grew up in a poor family. I guess it's not so poor, it's medium by poor class. My mom, my father is alive. Was a good person, good people in my life, and educated me. But the less education, I don't know why the people don't talk in some uh, some themes, some subjective. Phyllis was a difficult subject to talk about. My father worked a lot too, like a father, Philip, working in two works. My mom was work too, but some part was a housewife. But the feelings don't talk a lot by the lovely or sad about things. I guess the position of my father, like I don't know, a leader of family, and needed to be I don't know, Bruna, father of Bruna, more straight, or don't I don't know the word. Don't I don't know. Don't share the feelings. Don't share the weakness. Okay. Don't. My father never told me, for example, apologize by something that my father go wrong. I guess my grandfather was more straight, and I will be more less straight by my father. In the generation, maybe will change in slowly, generation by generation. Childhood reflects in mine because I don't have opportunity to speak with someone my feelings. I grew up with in a dangerous neighborhood. I don't know why I live my life. Because I lost many friends to drugs, to violence. I need to put my opinion by some strong. I need to I don't know the word. Show me. I need to show me stronger in my high school to avoid some fights, I guess. It's turn myself so feel I don't know rude, and I need learning how to manage this feeling by myself. Was difficult. Some days it's difficult to talk with in Portuguese. In Portuguese, I have this difficult. In English, oh my gosh, that's it. I like the team, the subject of this talk, and self-confidence. I need to put my mind and talk. Oh my gosh, the things don't work in that manner. That I need to change. That's it. I talk a lot. Sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. That's why we are trying to roll this out for all the immersions to have like max of 4 people in here, each room, you know. So I think this number of people, it's good for everybody, because talking, it's not just speak. And I see a lot of people attending the meetings just, I want to speak, but they don't want to listen, you know. And listening, it's important. Like, I'm paying attention to Leandro, so I can bring questions in my head to ask other questions. Otherwise, I'm gonna follow the questions we have set for this meeting. And as you already know, I do not like that, because it doesn't feel like, you know, a natural conversation. That's the way it should be. And it's really challenging. But anyway, we are talking about very deep things, and they are really hard to talk. really hard. And I just wanna know, how good is it to talk about things like that? Do you often talk with your spouses, your family, your friends about this? Have you ever had a conversation like this in Portuguese with someone close to you? Tasia, have you had? And how important is it to talk about things like this?
Yeah, I had. It's not usually, it's not often that happens, but I already had just comes up, not for me, but someone talking about or talking about something that we and one another friend listen to that, we think, oh, you don't think that has with correlation about you just I forget how to say reclaim.
To blame or
To blame,
complain?
yeah. Where exactly we listen to her and we notice that and we say, you don't think that has correlation with what you usually complains. So that was the way this topic comes up. And I think it's really important because we are vulnerable to other people, and when we talk about this topic, we are able to make sense, like clarify. So it's also important to our journey, be able to put in words in a way that makes sense. We are also thinking about it. So yeah, I think it's important.
Nice. Bruna, have you ever had talks like this with people you know in Portuguese, and how important do you think is it?
Yes, I try. Well, one thing that you said in the past questions, and you explained about yourself, and I think it's very important that when you said it's difficult to explain, to express your feeling, that is I think it's the first step for the self-aware, because when it's possible you speak about you and you understand what happened. It's the moment that you have the self-aware, and I meditate about this that you said. And the other side, like Leandro said about the childhood reflecting and your life now, it's very common, no? I think everybody, it's sometimes a problem. I had this problem in my life, and I searched a psychology therapy. And it helped me a lot, because I I did maybe I don't know, sometimes do and maybe did the same thing with my son. So my childhood really reflects in my education with my son. So I think it's so bad because I don't like to do I don't like I'm bad mother, or don't have express my feeling for my son, and I love them a lot. So I think it's necessary to express this. And about the question to Philip. Oh my gosh, I told I spoke a lot and I don't speak that's necessary. I think it's very important to speak with the other about your feeling. And now it's very common. I do this with my friend, with my husband, and especially with my son. I question all the time what is happened, what are you feeling, why you cry, what are you feeling for your cry? Because not your stop to cry. No, I think it's necessary to understand the feeling the other person. It's very important, but it's difficult because sometimes it's necessary you understand yourself first. The self-aware, it's very important to understand for the other, no?
Yeah, and I like this word self-awareness because like it's a kind of a wake-up mood, you know. And that's what a sparkle. I don't know if that's really the past tense of the verb, but it sparkled me to bring topics like this in the beginning of Talk and Talk in 2016. I remember the first subject, it was it was like you always die, but not everybody lives, you know. So I was at that moment when and I have told already a lot of times in here about my shift between careers and everything, quit my job and etc. But I think it for me it was more like to feel alive about what I was doing, and it wasn't my life, like the activities, the tools, or people, or whatever. It was like more about myself. I'm not feeling alive, so I have two options: or I do kill myself, or I change. And there was only one option in a situation like this. So changing, it was the only chance I had to feel alive. And I have been feeling alive since then. So that's what I tell people. It needs to make sense. If you're here to learn English, to really learn the language, this is not the best place. Like grammar stuff. But you can learn grammar, you can learn stuff, you can learn everything. But that's not really the focus. And it makes a huge difference between communication. And communication comes from self-awareness only. So every time I ask people, present yourself, it's 100% about yourself. And I have heard people, oh, I'm tired of presenting. Oh, I need to do this every single time. Of course. But you choose what to speak about yourself. No one is telling you that you need to present yourself the same way. You are a fucking adult. You're not a baby. You're not a child anymore. And here, you're not going to have babysitters. And the babysitters are not going to correct you because you're an adult and you know, or at least should know, that it's your responsibility to live your life and not to put the responsibility on someone else's shoulder. So picture this. You have 50 years old. You already have like grown children, but you still blame other people because you don't know how to speak English. You blame your parents. Oh, because my dad, he pushed me. He kicked me when I was a child. My mom, she didn't give me love. My parents, they didn't have money. So you're blaming and putting a responsibility about yourself now and someone else's. So I do not know English because Cultura Inglesa doesn't teach or didn't teach me how to speak. It's not fair. When I tell that I kind of graduated in Cultura Inglesa, Física, and CCA, I'm just telling, I know what they do, and they do it good because I know the language because of them. But the focus, it was really the language. So it's okay. Mário Vergara, Avi Carneiro, all the teachers, all the courses, they do exactly the same thing. They teach the language. Or if they bring speaking situations, they are just bringing situations so you can watch and listen, but you do not speak. So, and when we bring an environment like this to speak, people don't want to. They go to the beginners class, the beginners meetings. And in there, they feel comfortable because we try to help in the beginning, but they want more. So they want just to listen grammar, to listen vocabulary. Living life, it hurts. It's a pain. Wake up early in the morning, it hurts. Washing the dishes in a cold weather hurts. Meeting someone for the first time hurts. Having a girlfriend hurts. A relationship hurts. Everything hurts. Talking about this hurts. But it needs to make sense to your journey. But most of the time, we don't know our journey. We don't know. I don't know where to go, what to do. Should I be a teacher? Should I be a computer scientist? Should I be a nurse? Should I be a driver, Uber driver? Sometimes you're going to be fulfilled by being an Uber driver. And you're going to be the best Uber driver ever. Because am I telling this just because of the prejudice and the concept that an Uber driver is a person who didn't win in life in people's head. And it's not true. That's why self-awareness is really important. Because when someone someone says to you, I want correction, and you know what to do, you are aware of yourself, you say, we are not going to correct you. Because every single day, I have tons of people telling me, oh, you need to correct, you need to correct. We do not correct because we are not babysitters. But we guide. There's a huge guidance throughout the path, you know? And yeah, I speak too much, sorry. But it's self-awareness, like learning a language is self-awareness. That's what we do. I told yesterday someone, the business model, and here it's not languages, it's personal development. And we use language for that. Right? Wrong? I don't know. There's no right
Well,
and wrong.
For me, it's the opposite to Philip. For example, I'm here to learn English, and the first is the language. After they develop myself, because when I put in my mind, it's necessary to improve my English, so I'm stay here. And when I listen, when I read the questions, it's necessary some to search something in the Google to
But
know about.
you're searching, you're looking for that, you know?
Yeah, that's it.
And if you need help, you just raise your hand and we are here to help. That's it. That's the way. Not, hey, Bruna, have you seen the question? Oh, do you know what self-awareness is? Oh, repeat with me, Bruna. Please repeat, self-awareness. Awareness. Awareness. Repeat, please. Oh, congratulations, Bruna. Very good. You're awesome. This is what people are expecting us to do.
No, it's not so good for me.
You know, but if you need help, we are here. So oh, I didn't understand or I have no idea. So raise your hand, ask, search, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna speak out more about this process in the next for the entire year actually. But I'm curious to know, because here the conversation went through a different way, and it happens always like that. Who was the leader in the room? Because I know Elder had internet issues. So who, there was a leader or not? You were like just chatting. How was how can you summarize the conversation?
Gabriela is a leader.
Nice.
No, I try too, but I don't know if I was good. I try.
Yeah, it was good. You are good.
So what are the highlights, Gabriela, that you can bring so we can just know a little bit like a gossip, you know, if you had to tell gossips to us?
Oh, I thought that I discovered that Aldebaran has a lot of fear to go to the therapy. Like
Oh,
almost in all questions, he
yeah.
mentions that.
That's
But
true.
I think it was very good, and sometimes we started to discuss in a kind of philosophicals, you know. So for me, at least, was very interesting and discover more about the other options to improve my self-awareness, you know, because for me it's difficult sometimes to put that in my real life.
Yeah. Tasia, was it important, this conversation?
Yeah, because like Leandro said before, I don't think I had vocabulary to this topic, so it was important to develop or think about it and how to say English.
Great. Leandro, did you learn anything from today?
Yes, I learned some words. I learned a lot all time that I can participate here. I learned. I guess it's similar to gym. You put your mind to work to work in other language, work with different subjects, different things. I give up to study the subject before come here. I only come and have surprised by subject, because I know I will be I will be nervous, have a feeling in both cases, if I study or if I not study. I prefer come here to improve get improvisation by my freestyle. Go ahead, and that's it. Thank you. Thanks for talking.
Yeah. Sometimes we need to face, but we don't want to, but we need to. So that's why, for example, we have so many people here, you know. And it was a good conversation for me. I feel much better than I was in the beginning. I have just posted the link for the survey. I really need to hear. You can just like tell if you like it or not, just by checking the numbers from 1 to 10. And if you want to suggest topics, if you want to reply back, if you want to complain, if you want to tell me that we need to correct you, please do it in the comments of the survey, okay? Though we are not going to correct you, we are bringing other options, you know? So for this year, we're going to start groups, closed groups with the same people studying together with a start and an end. And you're going to have an instructor for that to follow you, to guide you, and to help, to correct, or whatever you need. And it's going to be a different format. It's going to be a different way. And it's going to be a side of the talks we have. The talks are going to keep running. And immersions are the key to develop self-confidence and self-awareness. Okay. So I want to thank you, Leandro, Tássia, Bruna, Aldebaran, and Gabi for coming out today. It was really a pleasure. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, same time, same day, I'll be here. And have a good day and enjoy. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
you a
you.
lot.
Nice day.
Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.